The OCTA research group believes that the spike in COVID-19 cases in provinces could be a spillover from Metro Manila. Because of this, the group says we may need another week before further easing border controls and other quarantine restrictions. There was no stopping the controversial PDP-Laban National Assembly in Cebu City this afternoon. More than 100 party members adopted a resolution urging President Duterte to run as vice president in next year's polls. And President Duterte has certified as urgent a Senate bill taxing Philippine Offshore Gaming Corporation or operations or POGOs. The president also wants to speed up the passage of a bill creating the Department of Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipinos. State Weather Bureau PAG-ASA says that Tropical Storm Dante is expected to intensify into a severe tropical storm by Wednesday morning. And heads up all fur parents. This community paw-ntry in Pasig City is giving out free dog food and anti-rabies shots for your fur babies. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The OCTA research group attributes the spike in COVID-19 cases in the provinces to more relaxed border controls. And with this, the group believes it's not yet time to further ease quarantine restrictions across the NCR Plus bubble. Jen Calimon with the full report.
The decrease in COVID-19 cases in the NCR Plus bubble has proved to be a temporary relief for the government. The OCTA research team says the figures have plateaued since last week, while cases in some parts of Visayas and Mindanao continue to spike. Region 2 recorded the highest average daily attack rate with 8.8 per 100,000 population. Cordillera region and NCR followed with 8.4 and 3.11 per 100,000 respectively. The average daily attack rate is the average number of new cases per day over a 2-week span. The health department attributes the uptick to increased mobility, the public's poor compliance to safety protocols, as well as the emergence of new variants. Undersecretary Maria Rosario Berjeres says number of tests conducted and submitted could also be a factor.
Para naman sa Visayas and Mindanao, parehong tumaas ang kanilang weekly outputs for their test. So nakikita ho natin yung pagtaas ng testing outputs dun sa mga lugar na naapektuhan ngayon ng pagtaas ng kaso. At dito naman po sa NCR, nakikita natin ang konting pagbaba.
OCTA partially attributes the spike in COVID-19 cases in provinces to more lenient border controls in and out of Metro Manila. With this, the group believes we may need at least one more week before loosening quarantine restrictions.
Hindi na ganun kahigpit yung border controls. Ibig sabihin pag may OFW or pag turista, traveler, hindi na masyado mahigpit yung pag-check ng mga ng document.
The DOH has reiterated its reminder to the public to continue following health protocols, especially with the reported emergence of a hybrid COVID variant in Vietnam. President Duterte is expected to announce the quarantine classifications for the month of June later today. Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon, We Are One News.
Malacanang has rejected the proposal to allow fully vaccinated elderly to go outside their homes. Spokesman Harry Roque said in a public briefing that those aged above or 60 and above remain highly vulnerable to the virus. Roque also said that the effects of the vaccine could differ on the elderly. The palace official noted that restrictions on this age group could be revisited once the country achieves quote-unquote population protection. More COVID-19 vaccines are expected to arrive this June, but many Filipinos are still on the fence about receiving the jabs. Romel Lopez with the story.
Porters Gregorio and Hector are hesitant to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Aside from the possible side effects, they believe that the vaccine doesn't work against the virus.
Ikaw tayo, magpapabakuna ka?
Hindi po.
Sa COVID, hindi ka natatakot? Protection?
Hindi. Hindi rin po ako naniniwala niya.
Bakit, sir?
Kasi nasa conforme lang nung sa tao yung kalubilo mo.
58-year-old Hector said he is thinking twice about receiving the jobs because of the reported side effects.
Parang na ano pa kami.
Takot ba?
O yung natatakot ba? Tama yan, mangyari rin sa amin.
Their 45-year-old neighbor Ellen said she is more concerned about the side effects because she underwent an operation back in 2017. Even if offered incentives by the LGU, Ellen said she won't give in.
Ingat na lang po, ganun na lang. Kung ano yung mga protocol sa yun na lang gagawin ko.
May pabakay ba para sa bakuna? Pwede.
Ay, di Sabi, may suhol para magpa-inject ka. Kung sa sarili kang decision, kung gusto mo, yun na lang decide mo kung ano yung nasa laobin mo.
According to an SWS survey, 32% of Filipinos are not willing to get vaccinated. 35% are still uncertain, while 32% express willingness to receive the jobs. Vaccine hesitancy is higher among the socioeconomic groups DNE or the low-income households.
Madalas kasi mga ABNC, nag-research sila ng sarili nila. May mga iba siguro mas tiwala sa science. So yung DNE, naririnig nila sa mga kapitbahay nila, sa mga kamag-anak nila.
Aside from the lack of information, other reasons for the vaccine hesitancy are the insufficient transportation options to go to vaccination sites and problems in online registration for the vaccination program. Among those experiencing these challenges are Elizabeth.
Pwede po kung papel lang po ang pag-uusapan. Pero po kung sa cellphone, wala po akong alam sa text-text, online, wala po kasi ang alam din.
Yan ang problema.
Ano po?
Pero gusto mo sana?
Gusto ko nga po sana.
The government is planning to intensify its house-to-house vaccination program to inoculate more people.
The conduct of home vaccinations for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. And with the help of our private sector partners, the national government is recalibrating its approach to address vaccine hesitancy. From targeting individuals, we are now shifting our focus to families, which is the foundation of our society.
The National Task Force Against COVID-19 said they will also intensify their campaign against vaccine hesitancy. For News 5, Romy Lopez. We are One News.
We're pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay tuned. You are still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The ruling PDP-Laban party is urging President Duterte to run for vice president in the 2022 elections. During today's controversial assembly, members adopted a resolution convincing the president, who serves as party chairman, to vie for the vice presidential post. The manifesto also pushes the chief executive to choose his own running mate. PDP-Laban Vice Chairman and Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi led the meeting amid disagreements with party President and Senator Manny Pacquiao. First part, Secretary General Congressman Arnie Teves attempted to adjourn the meeting, saying he was bypassed because some other people signed the notices. However, his motion was swiftly denied by other members in attendance. Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The President has certified as urgent a Senate bill seeking to tax Philippine offshore gaming operations, or POGOs. In a statement, Malacanang says the measure will not only generate revenues, but also put the industry under stricter government oversight. The chief executive also certified as urgent the bill creating the Department for Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipino Workers. And in the weather, Tropical Storm Dante maintains its strength as it continues to move northwestward over the Philippine Sea. State Weather Bureau PAGASA says that Dante was last seen some 375 kilometers east-northeast of Hinatuan in Surigao del Sur. Dante is seen to continue moving northwestwardly in the next 36 hours and could intensify into a severe tropical storm by Wednesday morning. And in world news, China has eased its family planning policy yet again, allowing couples to have a maximum of 3 children. This is after a census showed that China's population is rapidly aging. The Middle Kingdom enforced the controversial one-child policy for over 40 years, and this was only lifted back in 2016. And in lighter news, hundreds of pet owners lined up for a community paw-ntry at a mall in Pasig City. Some 250 fur parents received free care packages, including dog food for their fur babies. Veterinarian Emma Sanchez also offered free checkups and anti-rabies shots on site. The initiative was inspired by the Philippine Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS, which also put up a pantry for pets recently. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.